Hi BCOC family, Joe Dixon here again. We're standing outside the Fort Lauderdale Union Hall, and I have the pleasure of talking to one of the titans of the profession right now. I have Chief John Alston of the New Haven Fire Department. Chief Alston, what's going on with you?
Hey man, I appreciate you all having us down. It's not only an opportunity to present, but it's finally an opportunity for us to be together. This COVID thing last year, it changed all of how we do business, meeting together, training together. Everybody is zoomed out. This is one of the first large conferences that we've had where we can actually be together, hug one another, see eye to eye. A little mask down for a little while.
Right.
I greatly appreciate that, man.
I tell you what, I'm not hugging everybody just yet, but I'll tell you, come on, okay, all right, a little something like that.
Come on, give your brother a hug. Yeah.
But we know you stay busy. You got a lot going on, and I've been hearing your name going around, and tell us about the Maxwell program, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I hooked up with John Maxwell a few years ago. I've used a lot of their products in the past. Quotes from John. The books are. He's prolific. He's probably one of the greatest leadership and communication specialists in the world. And so I wanted to make sure I wasn't stepping on anybody's toes, that I was legit with it. And so I joined that program, worked through it, studied under John, Roddy Goldberg, Paul Martinelli, Les Brown, some of the luminaries in the communication and leadership business. And I've taken that and tried to use that to help me be a better fire chief.
So now, as a fire chief, because there are people that want to be in your position, and you're going to leave a legacy, and you're pulling people.
Sure.
We're lifting as we climb.
Sure.
So how do you see that fitting into? We're telling them now to get CFO, EFO. Where do you see Maxwell leadership certification? How does that fall in? Where should they do it? How should they do it?
So here's the great thing: leadership is all influence. That's really what it is. You and I, as chief officers, we've studied all types of command processes, NIMS, National Incident Management Systems, command and control things. I see the Maxwell program as the softer skills, the communication skills, those interpersonal skills. But in my fire department, I haven't had a chance to push most of that because I always want to make sure there's a line between what I do when I'm not the chief and what I do when I am the chief. And recently, our department has gone through a lot. We've had a line of duty death. We've had a suicide of one of our members. And so I rely on that type of training to help me communicate with some of the people that I have to work with while we work through the grieving process. So I see a balance between that in my own personal growth and my own professional growth, that I balance the two.
So you're saying that at any level of your fire department, they can take pieces of this program and use it as part of their growth. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be a chief level officer.
Absolutely not. We have diversity training. We have a program called Another Seat at the Table, where we talk about diversity in real terms, not just those tick boxes that check the annual training that we do, but real conversations. Think about what's been going on in our nation.
Yes, sir.
For the last year and a half. Actually, for many, many years.
Sure.
We're having honest conversations. And it's programs like this, the BCOC, that bring us all together, where we can agree to disagree, but not become disagreeable.
Outstanding. And just one last thing, you touched on it just a second ago, but you got condolences and people reached out to you from all across the country.
Thank you so much.
Right. And so we just want to know, how are you and how is the department doing? And what could you offer another chief to help him or her prepare for that?
Sure. So nothing will prepare you for it. Absolutely nothing. But thank you.
Yes, sir.
For setting this up. All I can say is it's been 60 days and we're still grieving.
Yes.
And when people talk about the grieving process, how long it should take, how many steps it takes, they're not talking about firefighters and families that go through this in a line of duty death and in a person who has taken their own life. And so I would ask them to give themselves a chance to heal. Even being here this week, being with this group I've known for 20, 30 years, I still feel a little bit of guilt that I'm leaving something there, that I should be there. Yet, as a chief and as a leader, I also know that I need to take care of myself.
Outstanding. Well, Chief, we thank you so much for your time. We wish you and your department, everything that you touch, just blessings upon it. And we're certainly thankful. And do you have a contact? Was it what's the website for the Maxwell?
Oh, sure. You can find me either. Fire Officer Trust is a nonprofit corporation I work with, and what we do is we try to provide value to people so that they can provide value to more people.
firefighterofficertrust.com.
Yeah, so it'll be fireofficertrust.org.
Fireofficertrust.org.
Yeah.
You will get access to the one, the only Chief John Alston.
Too kind.
Yes,
You're
sir.
too kind.
God bless,
And I
man.
look forward to seeing y'all at FDIC.
Okay, you're
this
speaking
year.
there, right?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
doing a couple of classes at FDIC, and we're speaking there. Please come out and support it.
You heard it here first.